leeway. Need a touch to feel you, mama. Oh, I just can't keep away. In the heat and the steam of the city, eyes got me running and I just can't wait. So say you'll have me, mama, 'cause it's getting so hard. Now I can't keep you, mama, but I know you're always there. You listen, you teach me, mama, and I know inside you care. So get down here beside me. I ain't going nowhere. No, I won't hurt you, mama, but you know that it's getting so hard. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Can't you see me, mama, 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 please? Can't you feel my heart? Can't you feel my heart? Can't you feel my heart? Now listen to me, mama, mama, mama. You're taking away my last chance, so don't take it away. Can you feel my heart? Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! It's too hard for me, mama, but I can't hardly wait. In my eyes they're burning, mama, when I can feel my body shake. Now don't stop, please, mama. Make me go away, 'cause I won't hurt you, mama, but you know that it's getting so hard. You know, so mama, mama, don't go. So mama, mama, please. Don't go. Mama, mama, don't go, don't go, don't go. Now do you think I'm to blame? Tell me, do you think I'm to blame? When we do each other there, when we show us stop and stare, apple candles lit anywhere, apple candles. If you're rapping up the word, 'cause you're taking someone else's girl. Thank you, good evening. How are you, all right? Thank you very much for coming tonight in such large numbers. It's nice to see you. Right. Tonight, of course, we're going to be playing some of our new songs. And we'll probably play some old songs as well, yes. But we're going to carry on with a new song, which is all about the domino principle. Now, I'm sure that a lot of you out there know exactly what the domino principle is, but for those of you that don't, I should elaborate. Right! Now, if, for example, something was to happen to all those people over there, well, then that would affect this, which would affect that, which would affect this, which would affect that, which would affect all those people over there. There you have a good example of the domino principle, something happening to those people over there, which affects those people over there. Now, those people over there might not know what happened to those people over there, but nevertheless, those people over there are affected by it. Now, on the odd occasion, it sometimes affects these people down here. And very, very rarely, it affects the very tiny people right up at the very back. They haven't got any friends, have they? But usually it's those people over there, affecting these people over here, and people down here. Over there, down here. Down here. Over there, over there. These people over there, these people over there, these people down here. There you have the domino principle in action. And we've written a song about that, believe it or not, and it's called Domino. The grey of evening fills our room. No need to look outside. You see, I feel the rain. I reached across to touch her, but I know that she's not there. The rain keeps running down the window pane. Time is running out for me. Can't you see what you are doing to me? Can't you see what you have done? As I try to pass another long sleepless night, 100 crazy voices call my name. As I try to pass them by, I can almost believe that she is here. Here in the glow of the night. But do you know what you have done? And do you know what you've begun? Now do you see we shall never be together again? All of my life, all the lonely people, the empty rooms, and all the pointless violent silent tunes. How could it be that we shall be together again? Sheets of double glazing, and to keep outside the night. Only far-armed city sirens can't get through. 9 seats and silence and darkness. We held each other near that night. We prayed it would last such a terrible thing that we seen last night on the TV. Maybe if we're lucky they can show it again. Such a terrible thing to see. Oh, how but there's nothing you can do if you're the next in line. And you gotta go down it all. Now I'm one with a living and I'm feeling just fine. I know just what I gotta do. Play the game of happiness and never let on that it only lives out in a song. Oh, how but there's nothing you can do if you're the next in line. And you gotta go down it all. Now do you know what you have done? Do you know what you've begun? In silence and darkness, hold each other near tonight and pray he will last Thank you very much. Before we carry on, there's a little bit of pushing going on down the front, and the people down the front here are getting crushed against the side. So if you can stop pushing forward, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, we get to look at people throwing up, you know. It's not much fun. Anyway, the next song isn't really a happy song, but it's not really a sad song either. It's actually a song about living with someone that turns out to be a pain in the arse, which I think we've all felt at one time or other. And it goes like this. Just as I thought it was going alright, I found that I'm wrong and I thought I was right. So it's the same, it's just a shame, that's all. Well, I could say day and you'd say night. Tell me it's black and I know that it's white. It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all. Well, I could leave but I won't go, though my heart might tell me so. I can't feel a thing from my head down to my toes. So why does it always seem to be me looking at you and you looking at me? It's always the same, it's just a shame, and that's all. You're turning me on, you're making me feel like I want too much. Living with you just to putting me through it all of the time. You're running around, staying out all night. You're taking it all instead of taking one bite. Living with you just to putting me through it all of the time. I could leave but I won't go. It'll be easier, I know. I can't feel a thing from my head down to my toes. So why does it always seem to be me looking at you with you looking at me? It's always the same, it's just a shame, and that's all. Yeah. But I love you more than I wanted to. There's no point in trying to pretend. There's been no one who makes me feel like you do. Say we'll be together till the end. Ooh yeah, I could leave but I won't go, though my heart might tell me so. I can't feel a thing from my head down to my toes. So why does it always seem to be me looking at you and you looking at me? It's always the same, it's just a shame, and that's all. Yeah. But I love you more than I wanted to. There's no point in trying to pretend. There's been no one who makes me feel like you. Say we'll be together till the end. But just as I thought it was going alright, I found out I'm wrong and I thought I was right. It's always the same, just a shame, and that's all. Well, I could say day and you'd say night. You tell me it's black and I know that it's white. It's always the same, it's just a shame, and that's all. That's all, yeah. into the night where there's too many men, there's too many people making too many problems, but there's not much love to go around. Tell me why this is a land of confusion. Oh, now this is the world we live in. These are the hands we give them. You never let's start trying to make this a place worth fighting for. Oh, now Superman, where are you now? It seems everything's gone wrong somehow. Well, the men of steel and the men of power, we're losing control by the hour. This is the time, this is our place, where we look for the future. But there's not much love to go around. Can't you see, this is a land of confusion. Oh, now this is the world we live in. These are the hands we give them. You never let's start trying to make this a place worth fighting for. Oh, well, I remember long ago was when the sun was shining and the stars were bright all through the night, and the sound of your laughter as I held you tight so long ago. Well, I won't be coming home tonight, 'cause my generation will put it right. We're not just making promises that you know we'll never keep, 'cause there's too many men, there's too many people making too many problems, but there's not much love to go around. Can't you see, this is a land of confusion. Oh, now this is the world we live in. These are the hands we give them. You never let's start trying to make this a place worth fighting for. This is the world we live in. These are the names we give them. Stand up and let's start trying to make this a place worth fighting for. Oh, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, before we carry on with any more music, I'd like to draw your attention to a couple of wonderful gentlemen up here on stage with us. For those of you that might not know too much about Genesis, we are in fact on record, Tony, Mike and myself. But for the last 9 years, when we've come on tour, we brought this young man with us. Would you welcome, please, on the guitar and the bass guitar from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Mr. Fabulous himself, Mr. Daryl Stanner. In the blue corner, representing Los Angeles, California, would you welcome, please, celebrating his 10th year with us this year, the backbone of Genesis Live on the drums, Mr. Chester Thompson. And now, tonight, coming down like a monkey, but it's alright. It's like a load on your back that you can't see, but it's alright. Gotta shake it loose, cut it free, just let it go, just get it away from me. I'm gonna make it right tonight. Going down like a monkey, but it's alright. Try to pick yourself up and carry that away that you can't see. Don't you know it's alright? It's like a helter-skelter going down and down, round and round. Just get it away from me. I'm gonna make it right tonight. I got some money in my pocket, it's about ready to burn. I don't remember where I got it, I gotta give it to you. So please answer the phone, 'cause I'll keep calling, but you're never home. What am I gonna do? Because tonight, yes, I'm gonna make it right tonight. keep telling me you're gonna help me, yes, you're gonna help me, but you don't. Well, now I'm in too deep. You see, it's got me stuck that I just can't see. Oh, get me out of here. Please, someone get me out of here. Please help me. I'll do anything, anything. If you just help, get me out of here. I'm coming down like a monkey. Oh, it's alright. It's like a load on your back that you can't see. Oh, it's alright. Let's try to shake it loose, cut it free. Let's let it go. Just get it away from me. Please help me, I'll do anything, anything. If you just help, get me out of here tonight. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, I'm gonna make it right tonight, tonight, tonight. Oh, oh. Thank you. Need I say that emotions are something we don't share? I don't want to be sitting here trying to convince you, 'cause you know, babe, that I don't wanna go. Now we cannot live together, but we cannot live apart. And that's the situation, I've known it from the start. But every time that I look at you, well, I can see the future. And you know, babe, that I don't wanna go. So in it all away, so in it all away. Is there nothing that I can say to make you change your mind? I watch the world go round and round, and I see mine turning upside down. Find you the answers when you don't understand. But why should I have to be the one who has to convince you? 'Cause you know, babe, that I don't wanna go. Someday you'll be sorry, someday when you're free, the memories will remind you that our love was meant to be. But late at night when you call my name, the only sound you hear is the sound of your voice calling, just calling after me. Oh, so in it all away, so in it all away. Is there nothing that I can say? I say I care? Need I say that emotions are something we don't share? But I don't want to be sitting here trying to convince you, 'cause you know, babe, that I don't, no, I don't wanna go. Very good. Very good. Well, now we've got you working here. It's that moment of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, that I know you've all been waiting for. Yes, it's audience participation time! Right. Now, we're going to do something now that we don't do every night. Now, would I lie to you? Very nice. All right, we've done it before a couple of times. We did it last night. And the night before that. And probably the night before that. Actually, we've done it most nights. But I don't know about you, but I feel a very strong communication going on here tonight. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Tell me, do you feel it? Lordy, lordy, lordy. Well, what we're going to try and do is something very special. We're going to try and get in touch, all of us, with the other world. Now, we have done this on the odd occasion before, as I mentioned, and what sometimes happens is all the lights come down and proves to us, and I hope to you, that we have in fact got in touch with this other world. But we're going to do something a bit more ambitious than that tonight. We're going to try, together, all of us, to levitate the entire Wembley Stadium complex. Sounds pretty ambitious, I know, but I think we can do it. Do you think we can do it? Okay, levitate the entire thing, all you guys, all of us up here, bring it up to the lights. Okay. Now, the only thing you've got to do is we've all got to do this, okay? We've all got to get into this thing, man. Okay? Wait for it, wait for it. Anticipation is half the fun, I've been told. Right. So everybody hands in the air first. Hands in the air first. Dr. Owen, let's have some lights on these people. Let's make sure that we're all doing this, okay? Everybody hands in the air. Pretty impressive, that. Okay. Now, if you look around you, you may find some people out there without their hands in the air. Yes. And they're the people that are saying to themselves, hey, I'm too fucking cool for this, man. I'm too fucking cool, man. You know? Now, if you see someone that's been too cool, give them a quick elbow in the groin and I'm sure they'll put their hands up in the air, okay? Let's all be uncool tonight, okay? Be uncool with Phil. Okay. Now the next thing is everybody go with me. Ooh. Ooh. Come on, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh. Keep going, keep going. We've got to get in touch with them. Ooh. Ooh. I think I felt something happen there. Ooh. Come on, come on. Ooh. I think I felt something moving. Yes, I think something's happening. Ooh. The other world. Keep going. Ooh, this is fabulous. This is absolutely fantastic. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, yes. Now we have reached a contact with the other world. And the stadium is currently hovering 30 feet above the car park. It is! And we have reached a very strong contact with the other world. Well, we've written a song about that as well. And it's called Home by the Sea. Home by the sea, home by the sea, home by the sea, home by the sea. Creeping up the blind side, sheening up the wall, stealing through the dark of night, climbing through a window, step into the floor, chipping to the left and the right, picking up the pieces, putting them away. Something doesn't feel quite right. Help me someone, let me out of here. 'Cause out of the dark I suddenly heard, welcome to the home by the sea. Coming out the woodwork through the open door, pushing from above and below. Shadows but no substance in the ship of men, round and down and sideways they go. Truth without direction, eyes that hold despair. There's one beside them all. Help us someone, let us out of here. 'Cause living here so long undisturbed, dreaming of the time we were free. So many years ago, before the time when we first heard, welcome to the home by the sea. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, as we live our lives in what we tell you. Oh. Images of sorrow, pictures of delight, things that go to make up a life. Endless days of summer, long and nights of gloom, just waiting for that morning light. Scenes of unimportance, photos in a frame, things that go to make up a life. Help us someone, let us out of here. 'Cause living here so long undisturbed, dreaming of the time we were free. So many years ago, before the time when we first heard, welcome to the home by the sea. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, as we live our lives in what we tell you. Let us relive our lives in what we tell you. Oh, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. You won't fade away, 'cause with us you will stay for the rest of your days. Sit down, as we relive our lives in what we tell you. Please let us relive our lives in what we tell you. Oh. pictures of delight, things that go down make up a life. Endless days of summer long, the nights are blue, just waiting for that morning light. Scenes of unimportance like photos in a frame, things that go down make up a life. As we relive our lives in what we tell you. Oh, for so long, but thinking nothing, no, nothing could go wrong. Now I know she's got a built-in ability to take everything she sees. And now it seems I'm falling for her. She seems I have and busy about touch it. She reaches in and grabs right hold of your heart. She seems to have an invisible touch. It takes control and slowly tears you apart. I don't really know her, I only know her name. But she'll mess up your life, you want her just the same. Now I know she's got something you just can't trust, and it's something mysterious. And now it seems I'm falling for her. She's in the hand and invisible touch. She reaches in and grabs right hold of your heart. She's in the hand and invisible touch. It takes control and slowly tears you apart. She seems to have an invisible touch. She reaches in and grabs right hold of your heart. She seems to have an invisible touch. It takes control and slowly tears you apart. She don't like losing, to her it's still a game. And though she'll crawl under your skin, you're never quite the same. Now I know she's got a built-in ability to take everything she sees. And now it seems I'm falling for her. She seems to have an invisible touch. She reaches in and grabs right hold of your heart. She seems to have an invisible touch. It takes control and slowly tears you apart. She seems to have an invisible touch. Seems to have an invisible touch. She seems to have an invisible touch. She seems to have an invisible. She seems to have an invisible touch. Yeah, yeah. She seems to have an invisible touch. Yeah, yeah. She seems to have an invisible show you, I can show you some of the people in my life. You wouldn't believe it, it's driving me mad. Oh, it's just another way of passing the day. Oh, oh, yeah. I get so lonely when she's not there. Turn it on, turn it on, turn it on, turn it on again. Turn it on, turn it on, turn it on again. Turn it on, turn it on, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it on. Turn it on, turn it on, turn it on, turn it on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're so pleased to be here tonight. And we're so proud to be back here in our hometown of London, England. Now we would like to thank each and every one of you for coming here tonight to this fabulous Wembley Stadium complex. And we hope you had a good time. Now we all gathered here tonight exclusively for your entertainment value, and we hope you enjoyed yourselves this evening. Now before we go, I said before we go, we'd like to leave you with something that we truly believe in from the bottom of our hearts. And that is that I believe that each and every man, every woman, every boy, every girl, every little bitty tiny furry animal out there tonight all need somebody to love. Now tell me, would I be correct in that assumption? Good. Well, I have a question for you. All those people up there on the side, on the stand up there, do you need someone to love? How about you people over there on that stand, on that side, do you need someone to love? How about the tiny people right up at the very back? Do you need someone to love? There they are. How about you people down here on the field? Do you need someone to love? Okay, I was just asking. Even that guy down there, he needs someone to love. Sure he does, look at him. He needs someone to love. Well, that takes care of you people, but did you know that Mr. Darryl Stiller here, he needs someone to love? And Mr. Michael Rutherford here, he needs someone to love too. All he needs is a miracle. All he needs is a miracle. Can you hear me calling? Can you hear me calling? And Mr. Chester Thompson up on the drums, he plays so good, don't you agree? Give your love. I feel good. And Mr. Tony Banks over here, he needs someone to love too. Even I need someone to love, you know what I'm trying to say? We all need someone to love, let's be honest here. Let's be honest with each other and let's lay it all open out on the cards on the table. We all need somebody to love. Alright, now before we go, we'd like to leave you with some of the immortal words of Jake and Elwood Blues. And also that Mr. Fabulous Mr. Solomon Burke, who personally came to me, he said, Phil, this is good, he said, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody to love. Someone to kiss, someone to miss, someone to squeeze, someone to please, someone to love. And we need you, yeah, we need you, yeah, we need you. closer now. Let me know that you're mine. Okay, you guys. You guys. You guys. Everybody. Well, if you feel that you can go on, because all of your hope is gone, and your life's filled with much confusion, 'cause happiness is just an illusion. I know what you're thinking. You're out there on your own. Darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out to me. Reach out to me. Oh, oh. I'll be here to love and comfort you. Everybody. Good. Oh, you never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips. There's no tenderness before your beauty. You're trying hard not to show it, baby. But baby, baby, I know you lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Bring back that love and feeling, 'cause it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah! Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball. From Wembley down to Brighton, I must have played them all. But I ain't seen nothing lying in an amusement hall. They're deaf, dumb, and blind to Shaw plays a mean pinball. Yeah! Well, I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. I spend my love controlling down. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour when there's nobody else around. And I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna hold you, and I'm gonna do all of those dirty things I told you. Ooh, baby, in the midnight hour. Oh, baby, in the midnight hour. Hey, you guys, sing it to me one time. Turn it on. Turn it on, turn it on again. Turn it on. Turn it on, turn it on again. Turn it on. Turn it on, turn it on again. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. We did. Good night. Take it easy on the way home. Drive safely. Thank you very much for coming. Take it easy on the way home. Good night.